Alright, we're back with some more Shadowrun Dragonfall, and this time we accepted the side quest from Samuel Beckenbauer to go take care of the Poly Group? I can't remember the actual... Oh, here's Dietrich. Lone figure stands in the U-Bahn station. Dietrich. He raises a bottle at your approach, then tosses it away. Figured I'd run into you here, boss. Wanted to be sure... Humanus, yes. That I caught you before you headed off. Takes a deep breath and slowly releases it. Looks you in the eye. Victos, we need to have a talk about this Humanus gig. Go ahead, Dietrich. I'm listening. Well, I've got a history with Humanus. I fought him back in 39 during the Night of Rage. Hell of a thing that was. I remember the terror, the senseless violence, the murdered children. Remember this little dwarf boy? I stuffed his body in the gutter, Victos. Still see his face, all bruised and broken. To this day, it makes my blood boil. Anyway, long story short, we beat him. Berlin's punks and anarchists all came together, and we stomped the living dreck out of those racist pigs. A lot of good people died that night, but we put down some of the bad ones too. Let me guess, you want to come on the Humanus gig so that you can finish the job. That's part of it, sure, but it's not the whole story. I don't just want to come on this run, boss. I have to come. It's my nephew, Alexander. He's signed on with Humanus. Driven to it by his worthless sack of a dad, no doubt. Why would his father do that? Can't say for certain why that man does anything. Never seen eye to eye with him, not even when we were kids. My best guess is that he's treating Humanus as a boarding school. They feed and house their recruits, and that's money that he'd rather spend on himself. So he dumped his boy off on them. Never mind the fact that they're fascist swine. I've got to get Alexander out of there, Victos, before it's too late. Those monsters are experts at warping young minds. It's how their disgusting ideology propagates. So I'm asking you, as a personal favor, to let me come on the run. I have to get into that compound, Victos. I have to find Alexander. I have to turn him around before those animals make him do something unforgivable. Of course, Dietrich, I wouldn't keep you from something like this. Thanks, boss. Never doubted you'd bring me, of course. You're too good a man for that. But it's good to hear it all the same. Hell yeah. He wants to get that kid out of there? Thumb his nose at the kid's idiot dad? Let's do this shit. Where would you like to travel? Assemble the team and travel to the Schottenest to infiltrate the Humanus Poly Club compound. In addition to your team, your fixer has access to a small network of mercenaries in the Berlin area. These runners appear below your core team on the runner selection screen and can be hired on a mission-to-mission basis. As you complete missions, both your team members and the available mercenaries periodically gain access to new equipment and abilities. Any new items, spells, weapons, or weapon abilities that a runner gains will be automatically available to use next time you take them on a mission. Okay. I remember you mentioning that a couple of streams ago. Let's see. We're definitely going to want Glory. And Dietrich. Looks like it's just going to be my team for this one. Because for one thing, I don't feel like spending the money on them. And for another, I've got them pretty much set up where I want them, so... Oh, no. Shit, I clicked wrong. Come back. Skills. Yep, that's gonna do it. Travel. 22,000 New Yen run. I'm still gonna get my ass kicked out here. False flag. The U-Bahn rattles to a halt at the end of Kreuzberg. You're only a few blocks away from Schottennest, the keys that Maxim and his smugglers call home. According to Samuel, they should be expecting you. Oh, I'm sure they are. Yeah, everything looks like it's gonna be good. Yep, we're good. You have karma available. I have one karma, game. Leave me alone. Look, boss, I just wanted to thank you for bringing me along on this one. It means a lot. Don't sweat it. Even Shadowrunners have families. Alexander, he's a good kid, you know? If I'd been there for him, if I hadn't run off to Berlin, left him with his worthless sack of a dad, he'd never have fallen in with those humanist pigs in the first place. Let's go find my nephew. Let's crack all the humanist skulls we can find along the way. Fuckers have it coming in more ways than I can count. Alright. Food cart. A matronly woman with a round face and kind eyes greet you. Her apron is caked with what looks like about a year's worth of grease. Guten Tag, what can I get you? That depends, what do you have? Well, today we have a soya-based currywurst for 5 million, blah blah blah, that probably health items or something, I don't care. Good day to you then, come back anytime. Yeah, don't smile back at me with your eyes, I don't care. No, I don't want no squirrel on a stick. I want to answer the phone. Searching the dead drop, you find a package with the telltale markings of the Shockwellen rider. A Humanist. This is an open request for information on current and past donors to the Humanist Poly Club. Identifying information such as home addresses and photographs is preferred. Presence of this hate group and its supporters will no longer be tolerated within our community. We will expose them to the harsh light of truth. The timely delivery of this information will be well rewarded. Freedom, equality, information, Shockwellen Rider. It was at that moment that Vic realized he didn't bring a Decker. Welp. Rough-looking dwarf with a fireplug build holds out his hand at your approach. Whoa there, Beanpole. I don't know where you think you're headed, but you should turn around and go back the way you came. Beanpole? Seriously? I mean, no offense, but look at me. Compared to me, every human is a beanpole. Ain't a bad thing, it's just the way it is. Look, we're not trying to be hard asses here. Our job is to keep the folks on that side of the wall out. If you really want to head out there, we're not going to stop you. Yeah, most dwarves are... Well, yeah, I know. But consider this a friendly warning. There's a reason why we're stationed here. There are gangs out there that skin you alive as soon as look at you. Well then, I'll just have to skin them first. Alright, be my guest. Go play with the torture gangs. Something tells me you'll be a better fit out there anyway. Let him by, Sergey. Ha! It's a dead end with no things near it. Well, this must be the smuggler. Figure at the center of the group shoots you an insolent glance. His fine Elvis features match with Samuel's description. This must be Maxim, your smuggler liaison. Oh well, if it isn't the muscle that Tuck promised us. Look who it is, everybody. The new hires have elected to grace us with their presence. Oh, god damn it. Nice of you to join us. Glances at the PDA on his wrist, then looks back up at you. When he speaks again, his voice is sharp and humorless. You're late, chummer. Drop the attitude or you can roll into this meeting without me. Well, you come highly recommended, so I suppose I'll overlook it. Look, do you want to do this thing or you want to stand around talking about it? Little child, Kano, and Deadshot. Gives you a momentary scowl, then turns away. Without a word, he slaps the side of a Bulldog step van. A second van of the same design rumbles to life a few feet away. Pile in, people. Victos is right. Let's get to it. "20 minutes into your trip, the van comes to a screeching halt. Maxim presses his face to the passenger window. From the mix of anger and dread on his face, you can tell that he doesn't like what he sees. Damn it. I knew this was going to happen. I fucking knew it. Everybody pile out of the van and get ready, Victos. We're going to need some muscle in a second. As you take a position outside the van, you hear a shrill voice bark out an order. A pair of portable gun turrets begin to self-calibrate in response. Sweeping your gaze over the gangers assembled before you, you identify the owner of the voice. A leathery woman with wild hair and a mirthless smile. She calls out again, her voice brimming with pride. Hello out there. Welcome to Rambach territory. Maxim licks his lips, his eyes scanning over the gangers' hastily assembled roadblock. This keys belongs to Surf Turf slag. Has for months. You clear on out of our way before they show up and force you out. Surf Turf. Those tunnel rats, they're ancient history. Go ahead and call them if you don't believe me. Face twists into an ugly smile. Scream as loud as you want. They won't hear you. We buried them last week. His expression turns stony, but his voice remains calm. Congratulations on your victory. You must have taken some losses in the fight, though. I'm betting you're not at 100%. Why don't you let us cross the bridge in peace? There's no need for any bloodshed today. You know what? You're absolutely right. We don't need to fight. You just pay us a small toll, and we'll be more than happy to let you cross our bridge. I'm thinking, say, 500 Nuyen per van. Otherwise, you'd better find another way to get to where you're going. Because this bridge is ours, and nobody crosses without paying the toll. Nobody. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe this does need to get violent. Get ready to ventilate these assholes, Victos. We've got a schedule to keep. Don't worry, we've got your back. Good. Take 'em down, boys. Open fire. Are those explosive barrels I see? Oh, they're behind me. You really? Really? Okay then. Let's see. First of all, Dietrich, you are going to haste. Iger. Who is going to move here. And peg at this turret because I want that thing gone. Take cover here. Have some Persian. Come on, hit the barrel. Come on, Glory. Oh, you can't. You gotta be kidding me. Everything has gone wrong. Oh, good. Maxim was effective. Broke his armor. Alright, Dietrich, you need to heal this guy. That did relatively nothing, but that's okay. Give Glory some aim. I'm happier now. The world looks brighter. Ah, I gotta reload. Stupid reload, ruining my fun. Huh. That is definitely not a good thing. Probably gonna want to do something about that here in a second. Yep. Alright, acid bolts, or acid streams back up. That did just about nothing. Burst fire on this guy while his armor's down. I don't think aimed shot affects crit chance. No, it doesn't. So let's do that. Hey, still crit. What does Nerve Bolt do? Unbalances. Yeah, hit him with Nerve Bolt. Hit him again. Sweet. Okay. And biggest thing I want to do is take out that conjurer. That takes care of that. Ow. Okay, I mean, you could have just shot the turret, but you go on ahead. See, I mean, you could have just maybe something like, you're in the way, aren't you? Oh no, wait, that wrong spell. Thug left over there. Really? Okay, that did alright. Let's move up a little bit. Aim shot. Nope. Do I have line of sight? No, I don't. So let's go get line of sight. Shh, are you kidding? Thank you for finally destroying that turret. You did well. Huh. Well, guess you're not going to do a whole hell of a lot. Iger. Oh, wait. No. Cancel. First, Dietrich. Haste Iger. Iger can reload. And then, can you finish this fucker? There you go. Had a little bit of problem there, but not too bad. I think Dietrich went down once. Maxim wipes his face with a handkerchief. The cloth comes away, wet with blood-streaked sweat. Well, that was unpleasant. All part of the job, though, eh? You tell me. You're the big-time smuggler. I'm just hired muscle, remember? Yeah, well, trust me, it happens. I'm just glad that I had you here to cover me. Always good to have a competent man at your back. That's what she said? No. Maxim pauses for a moment before continuing. I've got to admit, Victos, this attack has made me nervous. We're running late, we're low on ammo, and there's no time to call for reinforcements. Whichever way you slice it, we won't be going into this meet at our best. When we roll up on the meeting site, be ready. We may need the element of surprise if negotiations go south. You know what? He did alright. Gotcha, Maxim. Good shooting back there, by the way. He wiped out a couple of things. Fuck it. Thanks. Kiss ass. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. Whatever. If I keep changing the way I talk to him, maybe I'll confuse the shit out of him. Courtyard of the Humanist compound is strangely quiet. The only activity that you notice is the clatter of the mechanized gates as they rumble shut behind the vans. The bulldogs roll to a stop. You step out alongside Maxim and the rest of the smugglers. There are crates here, a lot of crates, all scattered in various stages of disorganization. Looks as though your delivery is just one of many that this branch of Humanus has received. Smugglers unload the cargo from their vans with practiced efficiency. The whole operation feels polished and professional, but you can tell that Maxim is nervous. You can see it in his eyes. Smugglers finish unloading the last of the crates, then take up positions around the van. Minutes pass. Nobody comes to meet you. No welcoming party. This isn't a good sign. Doesn't matter. They're gonna have to deal with me whether they want to or not. What are you gonna do? Knock on the front door? What makes you think they'll even answer? They've done a pretty good job of avoiding us so far. No, I'm going in. My business is inside. His eyes widen. You're not hired muscle at all, are you? You're a Shadowrunner here on a job. I just want to get us paid, Maxim. Let me by and I'll make that happen. He shakes his head at you, then shrugs. Be my guest. Go on inside. I won't try to stop you. When you make it back, if you make it back, we'll be out here waiting for you. Alright. What can I do with these? There's a warning label plastered onto the side of the container. Judging by the amount of small print, whatever's being stored in here is extremely bad news. Let's take a closer look. Warning, highly dangerous chemical agent. Do not take internally. Avoid contact with skin, eyes, mouth, and clothing. Increases aggression and reduces impulse control when inhaled. Avoid breathing fumes or vapor. Important, do not proceed unless material safety data sheet has been read and understood. Huh. Increased aggression and reduced impulse control. Interesting. Oops. No guards or anything. Actually, before going inside, that looks like an opportune moment to break the video. So I will return next time. I cannot save here. Confirmed? I was moving. That was why I could not save. Now I can save. Now I have saved. Now I stop recording. Bye.